Siddharamaiah ji, Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka, Sri S. Jayapal Reddy, Honorable Minister for Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Government of India, Sri S.R. Patil ji, Honorable Minister for IT, BT and SNT and Planning and Statistics, Government of Karnataka, Sri S.V. Ranganath ji, Chief Secretary, Government of Karnataka, Sri R. Chandrasekhar, President Designate NESCOM and former Secretary, Department of Electronics and IT and Telecom, Government of India, Sri Vatsa Krishna, Secretary to the Government of Karnataka, Department of IT, BT and SNT, Sri Krish Gopal Krishnan, Chairman, Karnataka Vision Group on IT, President CII and co-founder and Executive Prize Chairman, Infosys Limited, captains of the industry, members from the media, ladies and gentlemen. It's my great pleasure to be with you on the inaugural function of BangaloreITE biz 2013. STPI has been partnering with Government of Karnataka for this annual event that has now become a flagship event in the entire country. As Karnataka leads the country in the field of IT and ITS industry in the country, this flagship event has also become a national phenomenon. We can see from the MSME pavilion, which has been put in place by STPI, that this year we have received 65 companies. They are displaying their products and services in this pavilion, and they are being represented by 17 states of this country. The states like Assam, Manipur, J&K, Rajasthan, and others have sent their companies for this function. STPI, since 1991, has been engaged in the promotion of software and software services industry from the country, and the figures testify the success and the services that has been rendered by STPI to the nation. So far, we have got 10,000 registered units, out of which at this juncture about 4,000 units are actually exporting. This year, in the terms of rupees, our registered units have exported about 2,42,000 crore in year 2012 and 13, a growth of 7% with respect to the last year. This figure has been despite the fact that the fiscal incentive in terms of income tax benefit that was available to STP registered units was expired by March 2011. And since then, the Government of India, my ministry, Ministry of Communication and Information Technology, has been working all the alternatives so that this sector can not only be sustained, but can be put to be in an accelerated growth trajectory. Because this sector has been the greatest urban job creator in this country. This sector has brought brand equity for the country. And for last 2 decades, the industry has moved up value chain. The sector contributes about 8% in the Indian GDP, created 3 million jobs, adds 2 lakh jobs every year. But there are challenges, as we are aware, that we produce more graduates than we have the employment opportunity for them. We are growing at the rate of 10%, whereas we have to grow more than 20% if we want to achieve and create job for every graduate that is coming out of our universities and colleges. The kind of wealth we have to create, the kind of infrastructure we have to create for the country, for that, the growth has to be accelerated. We have with us Sri R. Chandrasekhar. He was our secretary till a year ago. He was secretary for almost 3 years. And year 2012 has been very, very important for us when a triad of policies was created. We call it National Policy on Information Technology 2012, National Policy on Electronics 2012, and National Policy on Telecom 2012. These 3 policies have been put in place to see that by 2020, not only India remains in the limelight, in the prominence in the world in these fields, but it also grows the way we want it to grow. and for which a number of initiatives, fiscal incentives, policy initiatives are being put in place. In the field of electronics, we are aware that there are a number of initiatives that have already been taken, and in times to come, we will see the outcome of those initiatives and the program that have been put in place. In the field of software and software services, I'm very happy to inform that there are a number of programs and incentives that are being worked out in the Department of Electronics and IT. Since the industry has moved up the value chain, as the Secretary ITBT and SNT government of Karnataka has rightly pointed out, that this age has to be innovation age, where we could ensure that disruptive kind of growth. It cannot work, it cannot help the country if we grow at the rate of 10%. So we need some kind of intervention. And there are policies which are being put in place to see that this country becomes innovation country, a right kind of ecosystem is put in place, right kind of fiscal incentives are put in place for incentivizing and supporting the innovation within this country. On one hand, we create products, we create applications. Other hand, we also not only export them, but we consume within this country. The incentive program for incubation, the performance-linked incentives, all these things are going to be put in place. I'm very sure that with these incentives in place, programs in place, we will be able to grow because the time is ripe, the industry has moved up the value chain, things are in place, and right from state government to central government, all the agencies, all the stakeholders, industry is working together, and I'm sure that the challenges of 2020 will always be met with this. With this, I would thank the organizer, my own team at STPI Bangalore, Government of Karnataka, for making this event a very, very extraordinary event this year. Thank you.